What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Welcome back to the Ray Guitar channel, and today we have a bit of a long episode, so sit back, relax, grab a drink, some snacks, and let's get right into this. So guys, if you have not recently heard about the Adam22 allegations, these allegations have been bubbling up all through Adam22's career on the internet, and just like every other time, there's not real definitive proof. There's just a lot of weird stuff because, you know, Adam22 is a goblin. He's a fucking weirdo. He is definitely what many would consider a sexual degenerate. But, you know, he makes good content. I definitely watch the No Jumper podcast from time to time because it's interesting and it's definitely some good conversations to be had over there. But all of this started initially with Adam22 in the middle of a show confronting one of his employees and then firing him mid-show.
Lush, you lied to me.
What?
You lied to me, Lush.
About what?
What I just tried to talk to you about in the hall?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Well, I got confirmation from a bunch of different people.
Nah, fool.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And it looks funnier the more you lie. How many people do I need to have confirm it before it's like crazy shit? Like, bro, I've talked to you about talking in the fucking Discord and saying crazy shit, but I never knew that you were this fucking loony with it, bro. You're what? You're sorry?
Nah, like, I don't, like, I didn't say anything.
No, you said a lot of shit. Like, direct quotes of shit that I said only to you because I fucking trusted you.
When? Like, I didn't do that.
This weekend. Yes, you did. And why do you think multiple people who are in the Discord just made it up? I mean, I understand you want to ask follow-up questions instead of addressing the fact that you're a fucking snake, but...
Bro, I didn't say that. Like seriously.
It's pretty crazy that you're just lying more right now.
If I would have said it, like when did I say that?
No, you did. You said a bunch of shit talking about how much people get paid and shit, bro.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's complete cap. Like, seriously, like, we could go in the Discord and talk to those people directly.
I would love that. I would love to be proven wrong because the fact that I trusted you this much and that I've just had all this shit revealed to me.
I don't even know what people get paid to even speak on that.
Okay, but I mean, why do I have random people in the Discord telling me, oh, so-and-so said this? And it's like something that I guarantee somebody said to you or that you've heard around the office, but that you never obviously should have spoke on?
Nah, we could go in there and like, because I didn't say that shit. Like, seriously, like.
So is there anyone else like pretending to be in there, to be you in there or something?
I mean, you could look through the entire chat log in there. I didn't say anything like that in there, fool. Like,
okay, well maybe we can do like a full analysis of it, but I think I get the gist from talking to everybody.
Because I did not say that, dude. I did not. Like, I'm saying, like, if I did, I would have told you when you asked me before. Like,
no, you lied to me to my fucking face out there right in my own office.
No, dude, I didn't.
You did.
If I did, I would have said something.
Well, then there's a bunch of people in the Discord who are tragically misled, and some of them are people that I trust. It feels kind of crazy that all these people would just like try to frame you, you know? It seems a little bit more likely that you're just talking
I mean, there's been a lot of like shit. I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, but I didn't say like what you said, that shit. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't, fool. Like, I would have told you if I did. Like,
I mean, it's just it's gonna take you providing the entire Discord chat and pointing out line by line things that you didn't say that I'm being told by multiple people that you did say.
I could show you the entire chat. I didn't say that shit.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we could come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right, man.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect this to be a narrative that was taking place today, but we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just super disappointed.
I didn't do that, bro. Like,
okay. You guys can end the stream or whatever, but...
This spurred a lot of conversation and put a lot of eyeballs on Adam. And then from there, in a now deleted episode of one of their podcasts, a catching vigilante type channel went on their show and in the middle of the show kind of confronted them about Adam22's own allegations. Let's watch.
A possibility for anybody to change.
Anybody?
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
So
in terms of how we receive their change, that's different.
So you telling me that an ex-Nazi can change and we could forget about all the stuff that they said within their hearts, all the stuff that they thought about, all the stuff that they
Not forget, no.
Okay, so now, can somebody be an ex-pedophile?
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
Hey, right, so look, hey, right, so technically, right, somebody, like, can like, wake up and say that they're no longer attracted to kids, right? So, like...
But what if they already did it? If they already did something to a child, regardless if the child consented or not, you was attracted to a young child, can you be an ex-pedophile?
Is no forgiveness for that? No.
Can you be
So
a murderer?
wait, no. So what's up with these allegations of Adam with a 16-year-old?
Nah, come on, bro. We can't do that, man.
What
Come
you mean
on,
we can't do
man.
that?
Come on,
But
bro.
wait, no. I'll be a wait.
Nah, come on, man.
I'll
We
be a
can't do
hypocrite
that.
if I don't address it.
Man, come on,
But
man.
if some Flacco, if some paperwork, hey, hold on, if some paperwork was put up on my table,
Yeah, come on.
I'm just a perv buster. So if some paperwork was put up on my table, well, hey, what you doing? You turn. What you doing?
Live over with already now, man.
You said what?
The live over with, man. Man, come on, man. Like, come
We just
on.
gotta be real about it though. But I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address it.
Man, come on, bro. Like, we can't come on, man. Like,
So somebody could be an ex-Nazi, but somebody can't be an ex-pedophile?
huh?
You heard me.
And right there, he was referring to Richard Spencer going on their podcast, and I guess now he's actually a reformed Nazi and all of that. And that definitely sparked some of this drama initially. That got a lot of eyes on No Jumper, and then it just kind of all collided in this giant show of a roller coaster, or whatever the fuck is happening now. It's kind of crazy.
Is it done? Did you end it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You ended the live?
Yeah, bro, right here, right? Cause look, yeah, right. You feel me? Like, cause that's something, you know, right, you know, like.
Your contract?
What? Nah. You feel me? Nah.
You gonna trim that out?
Huh?
You gonna trim that out?
Now, well, like, let me see, like probably like 30, like 45 seconds ago.
You just gonna end the live like that, bro?
Yeah, listen, right? Cause that here, right? Like, cause like those allegations was something, right? You know, like just can't be. You feel me?
But that's what he admitted. He admitted that himself with something that he typed up.
Where? Yeah.
You want me to read it? When he said how old she was and how old he was? Yeah, see, look like he wanna bring up shit about other people and all that. But when some shit get brought up about him, regardless if it's in the past, are you reformed?
Oh, who the?
Is Adam22 reformed? Would he not fuck around with a little girl no more?
Now
It's crazy that you ended that shit, bro.
we have to, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Feel me? Like what? Because,
That's f***ed up, bro. But he'll have it up on here where Adam came up in here and was about to fire the nigga. That should have been some. Hey, yo, Lush, come out here. Let me fire you on the low.
And then further into that video from official Perv Busters, Adam22 actually came into the room to confront him, and here's how that went.
We talking about the whole Lush situation and everything, but I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
Never happened. What do you think happened? The article says
I'm going
I
on-
was 19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her?
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right,
she was
well,
That's how we catch a lot of.
That's how we catch him.
Canadian. She didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
It don't even matter, but that's how we
That's
catch
cool that
him.
you felt like you were gonna come on my platform and expose me though. Like, why?
No,
why did you let this happen?
it was just in the midst of the conversation. It was in the midst of, he didn't, it's not on him on nothing. It was in the midst of the conversation.
But you came on my platform and spread lies like that.
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies?
I mean, you could have done some research and figured out any.
Did you talk to her when you were 16?
19, for like 5 minutes when I was 21. I'm 39.
You wasn't 23?
I was. I might have been 21, right?
How you don't know? How you don't know if you was
Because it
21?
was 20 years ago.
It still happened though, but we can't take that jacket off.
Wait, right?
We can't take that jacket off for
Be fair,
nobody.
right?
You gotta go.
Hey man, you know, let's go. Look, yeah. Yeah, season 6, nigga. Get mine. I'll keep the cut. All right, he kicking us out. Why you kicking us out, bro?
Because I don't appreciate you guys coming on my platform and spreading lies like that.
It's not
You do
lies.
some research and
It's not lies. It's something that you admitted though. Thank you. You was 23. She was 16. I'm a perv buster. What you think I'm here doing? I'm here on business. I'm a perv buster. You was talking to a girl. You was 16. I mean, she was 16. You was 23. Stop it. What you talking about? Oh man, we gotta get let out. Where Tone at?
This door right here.
Damn, come on, man. You think I didn't do my research, bro? You think I don't got the
You
article?
apparently
Bro,
did,
I got the
pushing a fake narrative.
I got the article and all that, bro. Like, come on,
Apparently you
man.
didn't read it.
I
Next
read
time
it.
maybe you'll read it.
Bro, you was 23, she was 16.
And we talked
You was on the phone with her for what? You should have known. Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Why am I talking to a 16-year-old girl? Stop it, bro. We gotta get let out. You on the phone with a 16-year-old girl, bro. What are you talking about? Damn, pedophile. Nigga, this shit crazy, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
Now, a lot was said in that video, and you could clearly hear Adam saying, you need to do your research, and guys, I did my research, and there's really zero evidence on either side of this story. It's really just a complete he said, she said, and we'll get into all of that, but from here, Adam decided to go on a show with Joe Budden and talk about all of these allegations, so let's look at that.
You got away from that because that can be very dangerous.
Well, that is true.
Let me talk.
Okay.
Especially dealing with a girl that young, number one, but they don't know shit about it. They don't even know when they're putting somebody in danger, according to you. You said the girl was from wherever she was from, so she didn't know what she was doing, but you knew what you were doing. You said, right. I knew what I was doing, so I got away from her. Well, right. You didn't get away from her if by the grace of God, she ends up back in your life while she's now of age. You're spending the night at her fucking mom's house. What type of white boy pervert what are you talking?
What is the pervert shit about dating somebody once they are legal and of age?
You know what it sounds like, and I'm not saying this is what it is.
Joe, I didn't say a word to her for 3.5 years. That, you know, it's like we just sort of ended up
waited for the girl. You waited for the girl, Adam.
Huh? You
waited for the girl.
I didn't wait for anything. We just ended up reconnecting later on.
How did you reconnect later on? Or the Facebook algorithm put the girl in your bed? You didn't know at that point that you probably shouldn't fuck the girl that you were talking to while she was 16 years old?
So because I met her when she was underage, I shouldn't have fucked her when I was over it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you.
Well, in retrospect, I wish I had taken that advice. It would have made everything a lot simpler, right?
Well, yeah, if you isolate that, right? But then they have the little nasty tweet floating around where you talking about fucking young girls.
I had some, I mean, that seems like an exaggeration. I had some edgy, jokey tweets from like 2008 to 2012 or some shit that, you know, a lot of those are pretty fucking suspect. I know you, Joe. I know that you remember Twitter back in the day and you know how fucking toxic it was.
It was bad, which is why I did a scrub of all the bad things that I had to say. But I'm not going to use the word edgy when talking about fucking little girls. I don't think that that's edgy.
Well, I think that's probably not 100% accurate. Do you want to quote any particular tweet?
I mean, I'm talking to you, so I don't want to pull up the tweet, but you know the tweet exists and you know it's running around.
Well, yeah, there's definitely some bad jokes from that era of my life, for sure.
You don't still talk to this girl, do you?
No, I haven't seen her since, I don't know, 2009, maybe.
Are you aware that there are communities of legal adult men who are into that type of shit?
I mean, I don't know anything about that, but yeah, probably.
Lord have mercy, Adam. You've got yourself into quite the conundrum this time, buddy.
Oh, shit. Nah,
is it really, though? This is the same shit from 2018.
You know what's ill about this? This is not the same incident as the one that we spoke about privately, right?
What did we talk about privately?
That allegation. I don't want to say because...
No, this is that. This is that girl.
Wait a second, buddy. No fucking way.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, you are a nut. Wait. Wait a second. So when did she say this?
So there was a lot said. So they were mentioning an article or a blog post that Adam wrote a while back ago, and we'll get into that, we'll read that, but they also brought up old tweets that were apparently jokes. So let's look at those old tweets, see if they really are as bad as they're making them out to be. And I will say that making those kinds of jokes are a bit risky, especially over Twitter, where it's complete text and there's zero like intonation and fluctuation to your voice. All they see is just the thought and the sentence, and they get to interpret it however they want. That's never a good idea, and that's why you see so many old tweets that people dig up and use to just like defame people.
Just looking at a girl's Facebook pictures and kept going till the old ones when she was 15 and realized I thought she was hotter then. LOL. Another one. Brendan and I are developing a new dating site for little kids. Tagline, for kids that just want to have. He tweets, I would rather bang a 15-year-old in the behind than be president. I would rather bang a 15-year-old in the behind than win the lottery. Shouts out to all the 18-year-old girls out there that let a real dude like me hit it, even though when I was 8, they were still an A. And he tweets, I would almost rather sexually harass than have sex.
Now, clearly those are jokes and people are blowing that out of proportion, but some stuff that he does say is pretty just like comes off as creepy, and I'm not gonna hold that against him. I hate whenever that kind of is brought up and is like, oh, well, here's a wall of text that you wrote out and this is how I'm going to interpret it. I'm sorry, I don't really like doing that, and especially with something this big of a claim and with this little of evidence on either side, it's definitely not a good look, and it's definitely a thing that will probably continuously pop up for years to come, and every time it does, I'll make a video on it and get more impressions and views. Get wrecked, Adam. But he said similar stuff to those tweets on other social medias and on other boards throughout the internet, so let's read this one. I now have a massive collection of every 2+2'er's lurker account. That girl looked at my account from this thread. Wow. Holy censored. This is my sister, and she must have been on my computer. I messaged her at random, and she said she has no idea what 2+2 is, so perhaps you looked at my MySpace while she was logged in. I know sometimes when I look at my own MySpace, it shows up as my roommate's MySpace if he had been using my computer beforehand. Either way, I'm probably going to hang out with her. That girl's like 14 or 15, bravo. 15's a good age. So at the very least, he's accidentally come in contact with younger girls. I'm pretty sure this is a completely different girl and situation, but you know, it kind of falls under this umbrella whenever everything is getting dug up. Another old post is him responding to a message saying, Adam, what is the age range of chicks you have banged? And him saying, well, I lost my virginity when I was 18 to a 17-year-old. I don't think I've done any 17-year-olds since besides one last year. It was awesome. I think my oldest girl might have been 22 when I was 20. Although I have a few offers on the table from 26 to 28-year-olds. I don't want to do it because it would involve traveling too far. Also, I am 22 right now. So, you know, it just, like, it shows, hey, here's a little bit of sexual degeneracy, him being a naughty little horny boy. But then Adam22 started a blog post, and he was building it up, gaining a little bit of traction, a little bit of an audience on the internet in the very early days, and he would just talk about whatever he wanted, you know, it's a blog, whatever. And in 2010, he wrote out this blog post that he called the Desiree Story Part 1. And as of now, he's deleted it, and I was only able to find some copies through like archives, but Adam did admit that this blog post is real and that he actually did release this. And it reads, this is a story about love. Well, no, but it's a story about girls, one girl in particular, a girl who is a bit of an internet legend in her own right, even though right now she is still just 19 years old. Now, to be sure, she's no kingy Margulis. I know I mispronounced that, and I really don't give a shit. Howard Stern's ass girl, or even a boxy. But she's got quite a bit of myth and legend surrounding her regardless. That girl is Desiree. This story begins quite a long time ago, when I was just 23 years old. At the time, I was posting heavily on the B9 board. Why do so many of my stories start this way? And Desiree posted on there too. She had already carved out quite a reputation by now, by way of numerous stories that circulated concerning her promiscuous behavior. I recall reading stories involving torrid acts, like doing anal on a tour bus at Warped Tour with the singer of a band, following a band around tour with her mom, all over Canada. She grew up in Vancouver, could have sex with the singer, and many other weird stories, all involving dudes in bands, obviously. She grew up in Vancouver, although she was born in Romania or some weird shit, so she could have sex with the singer, and many other weird stories, all involving dudes in bands, obviously. Of course, there was an obvious nude scandal. Although true nudes of Desi have never surfaced, many near nudes have, which caused quite the stir. The retarded hardcore cliques, she is straight edge and proud of it, and the adoring hardcore fanboys. She was and still is a bit of a celebrity in the hardcore world. Her and I talked on MySpace for a while, and she was unsurprisingly flirty. I doubt at the time I was on the level of coolness of the band dudes she was hooking up with, but she apparently had the foresight to realize how cool I would inevitably end up being. Wink wink. One night in particular, we ended up talking on the phone, and she went into vivid detail about how she wanted me to go to Canada to see her and have sex with her. I won't even bother telling you the things that she described wanting me to do to her, because by the end of the story, I'll have actually done them all to her, and worse. The conversation left me hot and bothered, to say the least. Now, any of the math inclined out there are probably reading this and thinking something like, she's 19 now, you were 23 then. How old was she then? Well, she was 16. But come on, man, look at her. She's 18 or 19 in most of the pics here, but she didn't look much different at all then. If statutory rape is wrong, I didn't want to be right. Now I could make the argument that the age of consent is 16 in Canada, although I'm sure that traveling from America to Canada to have sex with a minor is still illegal as hell. But really, fucking argument, she was stupid hot and I wanted in. So clearly this blog post was not a good idea to post at all, and him saying that people are misconstruing it is kind of strange because he talks about knowing that she was 16, having heard multiple stories of her being promiscuous, talking to her to the point that they felt comfortable to be on the phone together, and then she came onto him and really wanted to fuck him. And it's like, bro, at this point, you knew she was 16, okay? And even though you didn't actually go and do anything, you still talked to a minor. That's still fucking weird. But I'm not gonna lay blame and call him like a whole ass pedo, because that's kind of a crazy statement. That's a very huge accusation to throw around. But people are so flippant on the internet nowadays. I guess it doesn't really matter about the morals of it. They just kind of want to say whatever the they want to say, you know? But then Desiree responded to his blog post saying, if you're going to take the time to write our story, you might as well have written it properly and factually. And then Adam said, go on. She continued saying, you originally booked a trip for me to come see you in June, before we had ever even met in real life, because you wanted to see me, not because you needed a ride buddy to drop off Tony in Salem. We had anal on the Friday night before I went to 10 for 10 in New Jersey on Saturday. Sunday is when we did the sightseeing and you weren't having it, so I felt resented by you. Therefore, I was able to justify spending time with Frank the next day. I was going to back out of seeing him, but you were a douche to me that day, so that just gave me incentive to know that whatever you and I had wouldn't last. Monday is when I spent the day with Frank. Then we went to his house and the magic happened. This is also the day I didn't text you for 4 hours because I forgot / was enjoying my time with Frank. When I saw a bunch of unread texts from you, I started to feel bad and guilty. Then I came home and cried, and you held me, and I realized what I did was shitty. Later that night, as we were asleep, a crazy thunderstorm happened, so we both woke up. I wanted to be intimate, but you are a nerd, so you jumped on the internet. At that point, I no longer felt guilty because I thought that if you would rather spend time on the internet updating TCU than laying in bed with me, being cutesy, then you honestly did not love me, and all the I love yous from you were a sham and a lie just to get me wet. That is a statement. Holy shit. The next morning, I woke up horny, so we then watched some TV. Later, I got dressed and went to hang out with Frank again. You were bummed. I came home, you were angry, and we didn't really talk. The next day, we had angry and aggressive sex, and I flew back home. Flew black home. Uh-oh, typo, guys. You left for London, then came home a few weeks later and found out about Frank and I. You confronted me about it, and I neither denied nor confirmed anything. I did call you repeatedly, though, because in honesty, I did miss you, and had feelings for you, and I was somewhat hopeful you'd answer so I could apologize. Every time you did answer, though, you were in a room full of your BMX dudes because you were too much of a coward to talk to me alone. I never got the chance to apologize. I understand that you're upset because you flew me out there and I hooked up with Frank, but you even admitted yourself that you f***ed several girls in the time of our togetherness. Are you mad because I f***ed with your head before you could f*** with mine? I didn't mean to. I liked you, not only physically, but as a friend, and I'm sorry if you got hurt. That is if your cold heart is capable of feelings, but really now, just let it go. This was like the only archive I could find of something talking about what happened further in that article or blog post that Adam posted, but from all of that, it just kind of seems like their relationship just really wasn't good at all. And then she continued saying, if it was nothing personal, you would not have mentioned my name or posted pictures of me and linked it to B9. You would have been stealthy and kept a Denise Reynolds type memoir, but it's all said and done. I just thought you were above that. I having nothing against you and am fine with being civil with you now, but if you feel the need to get this out of your system, go ahead. I know there is an underlying reason for this. I just wish you were intact enough with your emotions to let it out. If you're ever in Vancouver again, it would be nice to see you and talk. But then in 2017, there was a separate Twitter account that accused Adam of rape, which he responded to on his blog. Here's some screenshots from that blog post. You can read the blog if you want to. It's very, very long, and I really don't feel like reading out all of this, so go hog wild if you guys want to. But then just about a year later, Desiree decided to make an accusation that she actually was groomed and raped by Adam, but she released the statement through one of her friends on social media, and this is what it said. I am posting this on behalf of a friend. Please do not PM me about this unless you need me to deliver a message to Desiree or help in some way. Adam22, aka Adam Grandmason, is a serial sexual predator who manipulated and raped and abused me when I was a teenage girl. He documented it for everyone to see. His method is to dox women or try to shame them publicly into silence. He has done this multiple times, not only to women but to children as well. He demeans women and rubs it in their faces while hiding behind a Twitter army of 14-year-old boys who laugh and cheer him on. He's empowered. Adam hates women. There's nothing he's done in his life to disprove that, and there is a ton of evidence to support his rampant physical and psychological abuse. Does he honestly think he can commit these horrible acts for years and just walk scot-free? Fuck him. I know he's shitting his pants right now despite whatever garbage he decides to tweet when he comes out of hiding. He knows all of the horrible things he's done. He knows he's 100% guilty, and he knows there's a massive reckoning coming for him. This isn't a secret at all. It's been underneath all our noses for years. Adam has even written and posted details of these incriminating events all himself. Adam stole years from my life, plunged me into a deep depression, and affected every relationship I have to this day. Every day I suffer from PTSD and anxiety because of what he did to me. He deserves every single thing that happens to him. Karma is a a powerful, strong, and newly empowered bitch, and Adam's time is up. So clearly zero evidence there, and there was no evidence that she ever posted, despite saying, oh, there's so much evidence behind this that backs me up. You know, unless you're going through the legal system, at this point I really just don't believe any of these allegations, unless you show me evidence and proof to back it up. And I'm not gonna spend my time researching to dig up any evidence against him. If you're making this big of a claim and this big of an allegation, you should have all of your ducks in a row, all of the proof and evidence right in front of us, so that we can know for a fact that he is guilty of these things that you're alleging. Otherwise, you look like an awful batshit insane human being, and you're not a good one. But then Adam responded to this on Twitter saying, my lawyer says that I gotta stop talking on Twitter, but I just wanted to get this out. A girl I dated for a few months 10 years ago is coming out saying that I raped and assaulted her. These claims are new. She has no evidence. I have plenty of emails from her that make it clear how absurd these claims are. You'll probably get to read them all in time. I've done plenty of stupid shit in my life, but I've never raped or hit a woman. I've always been a person who relentlessly documented my life on the internet since I was 15 years old. I grew up on here and I know how this works. I knew someday the mob would come for me. I could have stayed a small-time BMX blogger and never had to go through this, but instead, I went out and built No Jumper into what it is today, even though I knew eventually every story and bad joke I wrote over the past 20 years ago would be used against me. I didn't know women from my past would fabricate stories, but I'm ready to face those head on too. My mission with No Jumper is to cover new and emerging artists and give them a voice. That isn't going to change no matter what happens as a result of all this. Thanks so much to my amazing girlfriend, all my friends, and everyone who has reached out privately to show support. And even though he said that he was going to stop talking about this, he continued on saying, it's fucking sad how all it takes is a completely fabricated story from 10 plus years ago to fool so many people. I've got all these old emails from her about our relationship and zero mention abuse or rape. Why? Because it never happened. And he keeps talking about these emails, and for the life of me, I couldn't find a single one of these emails that proved his innocence. If he still has these emails, Adam, just post them again. Make sure that they're archived. Make sure that they're public, unless you're just lying about these emails. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna throw out allegations like that. All I could say is that I can't find any of the proof that he's talking about. But then from that allegation in 2018, it got picked up by Newsweek, of course, and they actually got a statement from Adam at the time, and he said, I wrote the post in question over 10 years ago, and I deleted it within 6 months of writing it, but people saved archived versions of the post and have been sending it around trying to imply that I had sex with her when she was 16, when in reality, I was making light of the bad luck I experienced. I met her online, but she didn't tell me that she was 16 until we spoke on the phone. Although, to be fair, it would have been illegal via Canadian law, so she didn't even realize why I had to stop talking to her until after I explained that the age of consent in America is 18. And from there, that's pretty much everything I could find. So, obviously, this allegation and these stories and these blog posts have haunted Adam for a very, very long time. And like I said, most definitely will continue to haunt him in the future. Who knows how many times they'll be brought back up. But if he were to post these emails that he says proves his innocence, and a bunch of people had that on the archive alongside of all of these really suspicious looking screenshots, then it would definitely alleviate the impact in the future. But obviously, this never stopped him in the past, and it's not gonna stop him again. There's just no evidence on either side, so is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Please tell us, Mr. Ray Guitard. I gotta be honest, I don't know, can't tell. But other than all of that, please like, comment, and subscribe for more of these videos in the future. Sorry, it was just gameplay today. I felt lazy and I didn't want to actually be on camera. So this is what you get. This is what you're living with, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to help out this channel and see it grow a little bit more, see the family of Guitards grow exponentially, eventually. Please share this video with any friends, family that you can think of, and just spread that propaganda. Get the propaganda out there. Ray Guitard out.